check. Yo. Here, I gotta redo the, oh no, it's good. It's good. Yeah, alright. Hey. Yo, folks. Look. My name's Joe McPeak, and I own a business called TRUEBONES Motions Animation Studios, and boy, have we been around a long time. I know I need a shave and a shower, but just allow me to get this off my chest, okay? We've been around a long time, since the True Space days, right? We've been around since before TRUEBONES. I mean, since before, or I should say, TRUEBONES has been around since, here we're trying to make the, there we go. Hey. TRUEBONES has been around since 1995 when Toy Story came out with, or Pixar came out with Toy Story. So we've been here, or actually the company TRUEBONES. You see that logo up there? This TRUEBONES logo. So TRUEBONES has been around since before 3ds Max, before Motionbuilder, before Autodesk, before Filmbox, before Blender 3D, before Lightwave, before every major 3D animation program. TRUEBONES was already there. You can look at the way back machine to see all about this. So what are you doing, Joe? Well, I guess I have to answer to some accusations that, you see, before when people say things about me, it's no big deal. It just rolls right off my back. But now that people are practically dying, their limbs are falling off, people are getting kidnapped, and people are getting human trafficked, and people are paying people to make hit pieces on me. I guess I should probably try to explain myself. Because, I mean, I don't have to do this. I just figure I should before somebody else gets hurt. Okay, so I'll try to explain it all in one big movie today. We're going to take a look at the Kira video. We're going to tell you who paid Kira. We're going to tell you who my dad is, where he's from, his background, his military background. And we're going to tell you about Robert Anderson and his military background. And we're also going to talk about people's mental health. We're going to talk about Alvin Snurling's background. Well, we have to, because he wants to talk about my background. So we're going to talk about his background. The only difference between my background and his background is that he lied about my background and I told the truth about his background. You see, this is the truth about WUNGUN before we get into it. My dad kidnapped his mother and sent her to Africa. It was real easy. It happens all the time. He had help from a judge, and the judge happens to be my brother, Todd Fox. That's public information. Okay, so if WUNGUN thinks I'm doing this to him, no, it's not. It's not me, dude. It's my brother and my dad. This is what they've done their whole life. They think they're above the law. Why? Because they either work for the government or they have government experience. So when a swatting needs to be done, you don't want to mess with Kenneth Earl McPeak. And you don't want to mess with Kenneth Earl McPeak when he manages a bar. So turns out that my dad was managing a so-called watering hole. But they didn't tell me. You see, if I had known that my dad was managing that bar, I would have put 2 and 2 together a long time ago. What is 2 and 2? Well, you have human trafficking and you have drug dealing, and they go hand in hand. If I had known my dad was the manager of that watering hole, I would have known. I would have known it was the mafia. I would have known. I would have said, hell no, I'm not going down to that bar. But they treated me real nice and they gave me gifts. One of those gifts was for winning the karaoke contest. They gave me a bike. Little did I know that's just a human trafficking scam. They gave me a gift so they could build me up. I didn't need a bike. I didn't need a car. You know, God gave me these 2 legs, right? I enjoyed walking around the neighborhood. But for some reason or another, they got jealous. I won the karaoke contest. The watering hole manager took that money and extorted my mother with it. So I never even got paid for the contest. No, they took the money. They walked up to my mom's door and said, Joey can't come to the watering hole no more because if you accept this money, then Joey can't come back. Yeah, I reported it to the police. So, anyways, it's a wicked web they weave, and it's really complicated, but we're really going to try to get to the point. The point is WUNGUN's just a hired numbnut. WUNGUN's just a monkey wrench, okay? We could start with that. We can start with monkey wrench, okay? Not only did my dad manage the watering hole, what he says goes. And when somebody needs to leave the bar, somebody needs to leave the bar. Why? Because they know too much. They know too much about the drugs and the human trafficking, and they did everything they could to get rid of me, but nothing worked. So they kept tabs on me. They followed me. They harassed me. They beat me. They actually beat me, folks. Yes, I went to the hospital. I had bruises all over my body. And that was recorded. So, it only takes one beating to stop going to a bar. Then they got scared. They're like, well, we can't report this to the police because Joey got beat up. What are we going to do? Oh, well, let's try to run him over. I was tipped off by one of the people at the watering hole. Joey, they're going to try to run you over. Don't go walking down the street. Because they knew that my bike had gotten run over. Look, folks. One day, I walked down to the bar. Now, I had a bike, the bike that they bought me. But then I got another bike, a blue one. And I stashed the silver mongoose in my shed. So I go riding down to the watering hole on my blue bike, right? Somebody tries to run me over. Look, I was ready for it. Guess who I was walking down the street with? I was walking down the street with Brandon Britton, my friend. Brandon Britton's a good friend. So me and Brandon are walking. Well, I was walking my bike. He had a bike too. So we're riding our bikes down to the watering hole to have a beer and shoot some pool, right? Not knowing that there's people trying to run us over. Okay? So the car hits me. I go flying. I land in a mud puddle. I had an army jacket on. I'll show you the army jacket I had. Look. 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 It looks good on me, man. This is a Vietnam veteran jacket. Right? Look, ho boy. I look handsome. Turn what? I was wearing this jacket when I got hit by the car. So I get hit by the car, I go tumbling. It was right in front of the watering hole where I got hit. Me and Brandon come straggling in there, like, oh, Joe just got hit by a car. Call his mom. They called my mom. My mom came down there. And then the waitress says, don't report it here, Joey. Don't report it here. Go down to the other bar. There's another bar right down the street. So I walked up to the other bar because, heck, I was dazed. I was confused. You know, I just got hit by a car, right? So I better do what they tell me to do. So I went to the other bar, called the police, and reported me and Brandon getting hit by a car. Little did I know that's what they wanted. Little did I know for a long time, like a decade, that was all part of a plan. Not just to get rid of me, but this is what they do on a regular basis. They run people over and collect the insurance, make it look like an accident. So what did they do, Joe? Since they couldn't run you over, what else could they do? Well, they got the waitress at the watering hole to say that I was stalking her. And that was 11 months later. 11 months later. It was just enough time for my baby mama to have her baby. Then when I showed up at that garage sale, dude, I had no idea. When I showed up at that garage sale, I had no idea that they were living in a trap house, a place where they steal babies and deal drugs. That's where I should have been arrested. But no, that was in West Bloomfield. What do? They come to my house where I'm sitting there working on a Michael Jackson video. Now, they knew I was working on a Michael Jackson video. And they don't like Michael Jackson at all. I became the subject of ridicule, hatred, racial attacks. So when they came to get me, okay, the officer walks up. Now, I know all the officers by name just because of the nature of our neighborhood. We live right across the street from a school, so they're very careful. Except this time. So I was in my mom's car. I see this sign. It says garage sale. That was a trap, dude. That, for some reason, something deep inside me said, hey, Joe, you should check out this garage sale. I had no idea my baby mama was there. I had no idea the waiter or waitress from the watering hole was there. I had no idea. So I pull into the garage sale. I pull into the driveway. And by the way, nobody ever let me tell my side of the story. Ever once. The police never asked me any questions. The lawyer never asked me any questions. Nobody ever asked me any questions like, what happened, Joe? They did not give me a chance to tell my side of the story until today. So anyways, I come home, I start working on this Michael Jackson video, you know, with motion capture. And the police officer comes up and he knocks on the door real soft. And I look out the window and I see it's him. And I said, hello, Officer Barber. I said, did you come to see how I'm doing on my Michael Jackson video? And he's like, yeah. And I said, come on in. I open the door. He walks in. He puts his hand on his gun and he says, Joe, sit down. You're under arrest. I said, what do you mean? For what? He goes, felony stalking. I go, ha, what a joke. I said it just like that. I said, ha, what a joke, because I knew what it was. It was a kidnapping. And I said, aren't you going to read me my rights? He's like, we don't have to read you your rights. I said, okay. So he said, untie your shoelaces. Take your shoelaces out of your shoes. And I said, okay. I'm not going to not comply with a police officer. But that guy was ready to shoot me. He had his hand on his service weapon and he was going to shoot me if I didn't take my shoelaces off. So I took my shoelaces off. He said, stand up, turn around, putting the cuffs on me. Here comes my mom. What's going on? I said, I don't know, Ma. And she goes, I'll call Todd Fox. I said, who's Todd Fox? Well, that's your brother. That's your brother, the lawyer. I'm like, I'm so confused at this point. I didn't say anything. I said, Mom, they're just playing a joke. Right now, down at Sprader's, they're laughing and screaming because they got the police, the Podunk police, Mayberry, to come arrest me for making a Michael Jackson video, Ma. I said, they're arresting me because I am making a Michael Jackson video and they don't like Michael Jackson. So, I go through the whole rigmarole of getting booked, the jail, the fingerprints, the mugshot. I was in there for about maybe... I was in the tank for about maybe 50 hours. And then this guy comes and wakes me up. This big police officer comes and he says, wake up! I was like, what day is it? What time is it? And he told me the day and time, and he says, it's time for your arraignment. I was like, okay. So I get up. I am so confused, dude. It's because I had brain damage. Dude, I was brain damaged from being injured in a car accident, and they didn't know what to do with me. So what do they do with me? They throw me in jail on some trumped up charge that I was. But you know what the truth was? It was my baby mama was having a baby. So my mom wasn't down for that. The watering hole wasn't down for that. But the waitress was, because after my baby mama had the baby, what does she do? She holds the waitress. It's not her baby. She holds it up in the air and they take pictures of it down there at the watering hole. I see these pictures pop up on Facebook. This is after I come home and I'm on a I'm not on a tether. I'm on a bond, $75,000, but I'm home. Okay. So here I am with brain damage, and they put me in a room, and in walks this lawyer guy. Hello, Mr. McPeak. My name's Todd Fox. I will be your lawyer. I was like, no, you know you're not. You're not my lawyer. I didn't ask for a lawyer. I haven't even been arraigned yet. But being me that I'm brain damaged and couldn't function right, I'm signing things I can't read. I couldn't read. I was blind. Yes, I was blind from being beaten. See, WUNGUN thinks he knows everything, but he doesn't know anything. You're probably like, no, Joe, you didn't get beaten. You didn't get kidnapped. You weren't part of a human trafficking scheme, and you didn't deal meth without knowing it. Well, if you're brain damaged, you can. So, getting back to the story of the bikes, how did the blue bike that wasn't mine get mangled? Somebody, in addition to running me over and hitting me with a car, in addition to that, they bought another blue bike and they mangled it up. I come riding down there on my blue bike that was unmangled, and you should have saw the looks on their faces like, wait a minute, how in the hell did that blue bike get mangled and it not be Joe's? We fucked up. Joe's gotta go. Joe's gotta go. Right now, we fucked up. He's got a nice brand new blue bike, and at the watering hole there's a mangled up blue bike. Now what the frick is going on? They really don't like Michael Jackson. We're talking about white supremacists, folks, who were mad that I was making a... Okay, look. They were mad at me because I liked Michael Jackson. And they were mad at me so much that they would jeopardize my life in multiple different ways, including, did I know Todd Fox was my brother? No. I would have never hired Todd Fox as a lawyer. I wanted a free lawyer. I wanted a free lawyer because anybody in the United States gets a free lawyer if they're accused of a crime and have to go to court. But everybody's like, no, Joe, you can't afford a lawyer. You can't afford a lawyer. I was like, I didn't know anything. I was brain damaged. So fast forward to today. We still have KiraTV. Let's put it this way, folks. We have something that doesn't reason. In fact, I smell a rat, and I'm going to tell you about the rat. And I'm going to tell you about the mole. And I'm going to tell you about the snake, and I'm going to tell you about the spiders, too. So if you don't like this kind of thing, you can just shut it off right now. They're going to persecute me for making this video. Yeah. They're going to offend my First Amendment rights to tell the general public what happened to me, according to me. No, this is not propaganda. This is not Ken McPeak, and this is not Todd Fox, and this is not the watering hole manager. This is not anything that you know about until today. So we want to know, what is a monkey wrench? In mafia terms? American mafia terminology. Monkey wrench, an adjustable wrench. More about monkey wrench. Slang meaning. Something that causes problems or disruptions. That's what WUNGUN is. He caused the problems and disruptions in my life after all that. Okay? We're going to talk about the monkey wrenches that sent me to jail. We're going to talk about WUNGUN, the monkey wrench. It says, come on, man. Unpredictable and chaotic results. An unexpected obstacle into complexity that disrupts the intended task or timeline. The idiom to throw a monkey wrench into means to sabotage something. It's sometimes used as my ironic humor, and then it says sabotage, destruction, overthrow, and mischief. Okay, so my own dad became a monkey wrench in my life. My own brother became a monkey wrench in my life. My own mother became a monkey wrench in my life. Why? Because they were not gonna let me make a Michael Jackson video 300 feet away from a watering hole that caters to white supremacists. Okay. All right. So that's just one of the aspects that we have here. Now we have KiraTV, who's the latest monkey wrench. Don Thack, who's one of the monkey wrenches. Todd Fox is one of the monkey wrenches. There's no way in hell they're going to let me finish my Michael Jackson video. No. Because if I did that, that would compete with Mixamo. Oh, we can't have that. So, folks, before we look at the KiraTV video, I want to look at just some comments in WUNGUN's video. So I'm going to type in WUNGUN. And, wait a minute. Oh, I spelled it wrong. I was like, where did it all go? I was hoping. And when you put in WUNGUN, quite a bit comes up. Okay, so let's open this video. Let me tell you a little bit about WUNGUN. He has continuously, since the year 2015, when he won that contest, he won a contest, and they said that he was the best character animator in the world. And they gave him $3,000. Who knows what he did with that $3,000? He probably gave it to the mafia, and they probably gave him an 8-ball to put up his nose. Probably, I said. Anyways, so there sits WUNGUN atop the iClone mafias. Yes, iClone is a mafia, by the way. And it says, world's best animator, character animator, game character animator. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? He didn't animate nothing. Then at the beginning and the end, it says written, directed, and animated by WUNGUN. But at the very end, he says what programs he used to make it. He didn't say Motionbuilder, and everybody knows he used Motionbuilder. There was a big kerfuffle about this in the and it's still there. The kerfuffle's still there, man. The kerfuffle is still there because WUNGUN is a monkey wrench. And they monkey wrenched him before he started monkey wrench everybody else. They sabotaged his success by putting him up there on purpose. Yes. It's a patsy tactic. Come on, man. They made him the pariah for all this. So, once WUNGUN realizes what's going on, he makes a post in the Real Illusion forum saying, hey, what's going on? Where's my loot? Because he's afraid he's not going to get his money. And they're like, you didn't win. You just used Motionbuilder and Mixamo animations. At the very end of his movie, he puts animations by Mixamo, which is a stab in the eye to every real animator out there who's trying to win a contest. Yes, Mixamo is it's a sore spot for animators. They don't like it. Mixamo sucks. All they did was steal somebody else's animations and throw them up there. Now, I got to give them just a tiny bit of credit for having an auto rigger. But if people only knew the truth about what's all going on here, they would understand. So this movie here and this movie here will help you understand. Now, I'm not going to watch the movie. No, it's just the comments.
So the fun thing with the serpent is, how does a serpent talk? And not only that, but why is the serpent's punishment to bang it?
All right, so we're not even going to look at the movie. We don't need to. All we need to do is look at the comments, okay? So here we go. You're probably like, but who is Todd Fox? It doesn't matter at this point who Todd Fox is. Todd Fox could be the real Todd Fox, the judge in Oakland County, Michigan, who's part of the mafia, I think. Or it could be an imposter, somebody pretending to be the judge, or it could be the judge himself pretend to be the judge. Yeah, no, wicked webs they're weaving here, folks. So, all right, so here we go with it, right? Here we go with the Todd Fox comments. This says so much. It goes, KiraTV for the win, and we'll get to the KiraTV. That's not winning. 500,000 people know you're a crook, Joe. Well, this person, Todd Fox, is so scared of me that he will not contact me directly. I don't have him blocked in my channel. He feels he has to come and talk through the WUNGUN channel because WUNGUN is the Wreck-It Ralph, the monkey wrench. So he's going to come through here, not knowing that I know that it is the real Todd Fox. He thinks that I think that it's a fake Todd Fox. No, this is the real Todd Fox because he's running a real mafia, okay? He's doing real human trafficking and elder abuse. Keep this in mind. So, he goes, 500,000 people know you're a crook, Joe. Don't bug me none. That's awesome. Talk about Matt Sprader, Joe. I dare you. I double dare you, coward. Okay, so this is going to be reported. It's called hate speech. Boom. I just reported that for hate speech. 500,000 people. Funny how Joe won't talk about people who live near him, but is only too happy to slander everyone outside his state. Well, if Todd Fox, the judge, is near me, I'm willing to talk very openly about the public servant named Todd Fox and the bad guys that he See, this person is either really Todd Fox, who lives close to me, or not really Todd Fox, and he's goading me into an argument. Why? Because he wants the truth to come out as much as I do. Or he doesn't. Or he's scared as hell. But if he's going to pick, if he's going to provoke and pick and use people as monkey wrenches and pay KiraTV and pay WUNGUN and pay a guy in the Philippines and pay these ex-military cons that go to the watering hole down there, he's going to get in big trouble because they're going to know. They're going to know the people that die, and they're going to know the people whose house is burnt down. They'll track it all and trace it all back, not because of me, not because that I was a snitch or a rat. No. This stuff has been building up and up for decades. And I gotta hand it to law enforcement. They really do know how to do it right. So anyways, almost like Joe's a coward. Oh, he can't even say that I'm a coward to my face. The only coward I know is this Todd Fox, who's hiding behind WUNGUN's skirt. Yeah, look, he's a moderator. Now, why did WUNGUN allow moderator access to WUNGUN's channel? He didn't. No, WUNGUN did not allow Todd Fox as a moderator. Anybody that has a wrench in WUNGUN's channel, Alvin Snurling's channel, is law enforcement. This Todd Fox, he works for law enforcement. Otherwise, why is there a wrench next to his name? You're a monkey wrench, dude. WUNGUN, you're a monkey wrench. You let people into your channel, and it's not even your channel. It's the Cartoon Network's channel. That's why it's a South Park video for my mom. You see, folks, it's a wicked web they weave. And this is how they got WUNGUN right now. They're holding him up by one leg. And they're about to drop him into the shark tank. They say to him, well, you better let us into your channel and take care of this McPeak thing. You better. You better, boy. So that's how they do it, folks. This ain't a WUNGUN channel. It's a Cartoon Network channel. And Todd Fox is a real judge in Oakland County. And he's using WUNGUN as a monkey wrench. All right, so here we go. Busted. You see, this is supposed to get under my skin. It says busted. And he goes, it's in my videos. No, they're not your videos. All Todd Fox does is steal videos for evidence. Why? Because he's law enforcement. Everyone told Joe to stop stealing. He didn't stop stealing. Now Joe is alone and poor. Go figure. Hey, if that's what you want to think. Doesn't bother me none, dude. You think I am alone and poor, huh? Poor you. It's in my videos. Retargeting equals stealing. Okay, if retargeting equals stealing, then what about Sketchfab? What about Mixamo? You just said it. Retargeting is stealing. Did you see all the retargeted motions from Mixamo? No. Joe, you will die alone and hated by everyone around you. Enjoy. I can report that as hate speech. Boom. All right. Everyone told Joe to stop stealing. He didn't stop stealing. Now Joe is alone and poor. Go figure. All right, I'm going to report this one as misinformation. Free equals free to steal, according to Joe. No, that's misinformation. All right, what else did he say? That was misinformation. All right, so then he goes, everyone told Joe to stop stealing, and he didn't stop stealing. Joe, you will die alone, and you're hated by everyone. Free equals free to steal, according to Joe. That's misinformation. Hey, Joe, I know you're reading this. Your mother is an idiot for allowing you to put her whole livelihood in jeopardy. I hope she wakes up to reality before it's too late. So there they go, doing it the mafia way. This is the mafia way, folks. They're trying to scare me by making fun of my mom. But that's what this is going to be, promotes terrorism. And then, Joe, you will die alone. Okay, so this promotes terrorism. Lou Thorsby needs to be investigated by the IRS. No, she doesn't. Misinformation. Now, folks, you're probably like, well, why is he saying these things? It's one of two reasons. Either he wants me to take down WUNGUN's channel with community strikes, or he's really serious about chasing my mom around. And if he's really serious about chasing my mom around, then we know who it is. It's Todd Fox and Ken McPeak. And by the way, my dad, Ken McPeak, he's not dead. He called here and told everybody that he was dead. Wow. They're like, well, if you're dead, then why are you calling? You see, this all has to do with craziness. My dad is schizophrenic. He believes everything he hears. Same thing with WUNGUN. WUNGUN is schizophrenic. He believes everything he hears. Therefore, he must do whatever his brain tells him to do because he believes it. WUNGUN's mom, Mrs. Snurling, was also schizophrenic. They believe everything. They believe that the wires in the walls are snakes because they can hear them hissing. Yeah, that's what happened to WUNGUN's mom. She called the police and she said, well, actually they called the police on her because she was trying to rip the wires out of the wall because she believed that those were snakes. Devil snakes. Now, that's the perfect sabotage, isn't it? WUNGUN really believes that I'm a thief, so he's pulling the wires out of the wall. He's calling my mom saying, disconnect the cable. Joe's a bad man. Disconnect the cable. But what he doesn't know, he's just a monkey wrench sent to sabotage my internet because my dad is a cuckoo nut from the army. Yeah, they're cuckoo, man. They're PTSD all the way. There's nothing left in their brain to salvage. This is what they do to salvage. I'm telling you right now, this is just a sabotage. All right. Okay, so that's misinformation. Conversion does not transfer ownership. It doesn't matter. That's not what we're talking about. He thinks that because I converted a some model into FBX and then put it into iClone, that conversion means that I cannot sell my stuff? That would be like saying, hey, look at that Ferrari over there on the car lot, yeah? Well, you can't buy it because there's some wires in there that are encoded from China. Yeah, so? Well, everybody knows that that's treason. You have Chinese wires in your American car? What? Ownership has nothing to do with buying a car. Dude! He's saying that ownership has something to do with me selling cartoons. They're really on this thing that they say I steal stuff and sell it. Au contraire, mon frere. What the fuck were you thinking? That's when we're going to get into the KiraTV video. But for now, let's just go on with these. So that's misinformation, dude. It doesn't matter if conversion does not transfer ownership. That's a double entendre that just canceled itself out. I say again, conversion does not transfer ownership. According to what? See, this is like relativity. You say you're walking 1 mile per hour, right? And everybody goes, yeah, he's walking 1 mile per hour. According to what? There's no reference frame. According to you standing here 10 feet away looking at him, is he walking 2 miles per hour? No, he's not walking 2 miles per hour because every foot that he gets closer, it changes the rate of time and space. So there is no way to say that anybody is walking 1 mile per hour because they're not. They're walking 1 mile per hour on a planet that is rotating 20,000 miles per hour. On top of that, the Earth is spinning around the sun at some umpteen thousands of miles per hour. And if you were standing on Saturn's rings looking at the Earth, you would see this. Then you would say, how fast is that guy walking on the Earth? Well, about 60 million miles per hour from my perspective. Conversion does not transfer ownership. Okay, so it doesn't transfer ownership. It doesn't mean anything. It's called misinformation. Report misinformation. Boom. All right, so WUNGUN. Let me put you up on game, boy. TRUEBONES pays no taxes. Okay, there's another shot across the bow. They've all been shot across the bows. Nothing has ever affected me. Okay, I'm going to report that as misinformation. You are a pirate. Misinformation. Lou Thorsby needs to be investigated by the IRS. Misinformation. Hey, they're going hot and heavy on my mom, aren't they? I say again, conversion does, if you convert your car from petrol to diesel, do I now own your car? Shut the fuck up, man. You're just sabotaging. You're not sabotaging me. You're sabotaging WUNGUN, and I know it. YouTube's community guidelines are a joke. Misinformation. It says only trans people and people from a certain tribe are protected on this platform. No one else. That one really does promote terrorism. So we're just gonna keep reporting as many of these as we can. Joe claims he was never arrested. Okay, so if I claim that, what does that mean? Joe claims he was never arrested. Okay, I was never arrested. Come arrest me. Come arrest me! Joe would benefit from a buckshot mouthwash. Okay, that is definitely terrorism. Promotes terrorism. Okay, so I bet you WUNGUN's getting ready to put this on private. If he was smart, he would. If WUNGUN was smart, he would put this on private. Matt Sprader's PPO is still active and aggressively enforced from what I've heard. Again, misinformation. That's not true, and it never was true in the first place. There was no protection order. The protection order was for me, so I don't get freaking killed by a bunch of mafia members, dude. Joe is scum. Okay. Promotes terrorism. Hey. Or harassment. Alright, so right after this, folks, we're going to the KiraTV video. Everybody hates you, Joe. I don't know how anyone can live like that. Okay, well, this promotes terrorism. And zero empathy for stalking creeps. That's just harassment or bullying. Matt Sprader's PPO is still active and aggressive. Oh, okay. Hey, for all I know, this could be KiraTV. Somebody's being a monkey wrench here. Why does the mafia need monkey wrenches? Well, they need people to sabotage the competitors so that they can make their money with the stolen items and get rid of their competition so no one else can steal stuff and make money from stealing. That's what Reallusion's all about. They make money by creating fences that steal other people's content and then they sell it openly in a store that has stolen goods. And we're going to go over there too, don't worry. I'm just trying to help you guys grow up. Everyone hates you, Joe. How can you live like that? Everyone hates you, Joe. How can you live like that? Okay, hate speech. Hate speech. You are a waste of life, Joe. A genuine waste of human life. Okay, hate speech. Now, here's the thing that really gets to me. If Todd Fox is so smart, why is he doing this to WUNGUN? He's putting these hate speech messages in his thing on purpose for me. For me, not against me. I recognized that a long time ago. So here's what it is, folks. If they cannot sabotage me, which they weren't able to, they're going to sabotage him. And this is me, according to them, reporting in stuff like this, hate speech, is sabotage. It's all the sabotage they need. I just hope one day he says the wrong thing to someone in jail. I'm not going to jail, dude. I'm not a career criminal. I got a misdemeanor. Wow. Wow. Just imagine if that was a felony and they started all this shit. No, they wouldn't be able to, because the law says that you can't harass felons like that. The felons did their time and they paid their price to society. So you have to leave them alone. What was I going to call this? Oh, in jail. Report as misinformation. YouTube wants to encourage mental illness. No, misinformation. The negative karma in this is going to land on him like a ton of bricks. Report as hate speech and graphic violence. Okay. All right. How many views is he going to get on this video, I wonder? My next video on Joe is half done, should be out in a few weeks. Ended rather sudden. He will come for you, your family, your job, just like every other evil stalker. I gotta report this as harassment or bullying. So, we have a judge in Oakland County who thinks I'm scared of him. That's what it is. My little brother thinks I'm scared of him. Yes, you are my little brother, Todd Fox. You know what happens when little brothers try to pick on big brothers? I didn't say anything bad was going to happen. I said, did you know what happens to the little brothers when they try to pick on their big brothers? Am I my brother's keeper? I didn't say anything. I said, you better stop, or I will stop it. All right, folks, check this out. Joe's only friends are the voices in his head, not even kidding. What is this? Misinformation. I would off myself rather than live like Joe. Oh, that's suicide, dude. So he's got somebody making suicidal threats up in here. Suicide or self-injury. I doubt he'll live much more than 10 years, not with his drug abuse. So little brother thinks he's got big brother all figured out. I don't abuse drugs. This misinformation. Okay, so folks, have you seen enough? Have you seen enough of this? Okay, I hope so, because I'm gonna switch.
That he's in, saying, you know, the most craziest stuff, or saying...
Didn't say anything. And neither did Todd Fox in this whole video. So WUNGUN's sitting in this video. Where's Todd? Where's Todd? Where's Todd? And here comes Autumn Productions, who is another PSYOP plant. Anybody that has a wrench in WUNGUN's chat box is law enforcement. Because everybody knows you do not let strangers come moderate your channel. That's law enforcement. Autumn Productions, she's probably the FBI. And she's leading WUNGUN by the hand to his final destination. And she's doing it nicely. She's saying, hey buddy, God bless you. WUNGUN is owned. WUNGUN is owned. He is a product of human trafficking. So when we come back, this was just the warm-up. This was just the warm-up video. Now we're going to go lay into KiraTV's dumbass. KiraTV is just another paid monkey wrench sent to sabotage the competition because that's all they know how to do in the mafia!